Welcome everyone, Christine here on Serious Gaming with a look at getting the Blood Elf Paladin mount, the epic mount. Now this may or may not be cheaper than just getting the regular Blood Elf epic mount. So from what I've calculated based on auction house prices, in this case it is slightly cheaper on the server that I'm playing, but it might obviously be different. When it comes to classic Burning Crusade, I would expect it to be cheaper, and the reason is Dark Runes may go for a lot cheaper in Classic, so would Pristine Black Diamonds. Actually, Pristine Black Diamonds would be significantly cheaper when it comes to Classic. So anyway, you need these materials. Like the first quest sends you to Lord Solinar Bloodwrath, and he asks you to give him the following things: 14 Rune Cloth, 6 Arcanite Bars, 10 Sungrass, 5 Dark Runes. Now, none of these were exceptionally expensive, with the exception of the Dark Runes, which they cost me 150 gold to get those 5. And you need 150 gold for the quest itself. So, I'm just going to turn that in. Gesture of commitment, okay, 150 gold. I'm left with 260. And yes, that is enough to do the quest.
The reckoning is at hand.
So, with that in mind, I have a demonstration of loyalty next. That requires me to go into the Plaguelands and defeat a bunch of Scourge. That is not hard since this is a level 60 quest and I am level 65. But it is worth, when it comes to doing this quest, it is worth looking at the prices on the auction house and knowing what you're going to be dealing with. I don't have the flight point to the Eastern Plaguelands, though I wouldn't be able to use it anyway if I remember correctly. You don't have a direct connection from Silvermoon to Lightsoap Chapel. You could go to Undercity and pick up a flight point from there if you have it, and get there, but then you'd also have to go back to Undercity instead of just riding. Now, of course, there is a question of convenience here. How much do you care about it? How fast do you want to do this? Right, all those kind of things. Like if you just want the mount very quickly, then obviously going for the Blood Elf mount is the smart thing to do. You just go in, train it, done, right? Instead of having to travel to Eastern Plaguelands to do a quest and then having to go back to Silvermoon, pick up another quest for Stratholme. And actually it doesn't even end there, because you also have to pick up a quest you also have to do a quest in Tyr's hand, so you have some traipsing around to do. So, the Scourge are just outside of the gate that separates Quel'Thalas from the Plagueland. So you come here, you start killing these undead, you deal with the... you deal with the meat wagons over there. So yeah, that's something. Those are the steps you need to do. They're not hard. You just need to come here, kill a bunch of Scourge. 15 Scourge that are only level 60. You do need someone to help you out with the last part, because you will be dealing with a bunch of elite paladins within Stratholme. So anyway. Just going to go with a bit of AoE. Okay, also have the Echoes of Lordaeron. Like, these undead are not hard to kill. And they're all situated very close to where I actually need to go. You know, to go back into the Ghostlands, pick up a light point from there. And then once that's done, head over to Tyr's Hand, then head over to Stratholme. Well, that helps. The cavalry has arrived. Mages doing what mages do best, right? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pick up the... yeah. Alright. Right, so just going to go pick up the Tyr's Hand quest. And from you go back, you pick the, you turn this in, you pick the next part up. You then get the quest for the holy water. And all of this to get a simple bloody mount. It's expensive. And as you go out of the way. So personally, when it comes to going to Morrow, the best path I've always found is to just jump down here. Wants you to bring him a vial of Tyr's Hand holy water. It's actually a pretty decent experience as well. So, and I think it scales with your level, so maybe even delaying this, doing this until like you have an actual higher level would be a wise decision. Because then you could take full advantage of this. Of course, then you have to deal with certain zones where having an epic mount would actually be pretty useful. So you have to balance those kind of things out, right? So flying back to Tranquillin and then gonna make my way to Tear Sand. Yeah, that does hurt. This is why you need someone to help you out, right? Now I need the library ring. My map, unfortunately, is a bit buggy there. Carbonite is a great add-on. The quest add-on that I'm using there is a great add-on, but it does have its own flaws. Alright, so... Is it here? No. Okay, wrong location. Yeah, there we go. So it's there. Yeah, pristine black diamonds can be useful in Burning Crusade because of this, specifically because of this. Now, I just come in here and I pick the water up. There we go. Oof. Yeah, people are just taking advantage of the situation, economically speaking, buying them out, and since there's very few of them, and selling them for a high price because they can make a lot of gold from that. Because every paladin ultimately wants this mount rather than to use a bloody ostrich. All right. Yeah, I mean, he is 69. He should be fine. I handled it. Okay. So back to Silvermoon. All right, so with the holy water, and one thing to point out is that the flight point from Light's Hope actually works with Silvermoon, which is a bit surprising, admittedly, for me. At least that's not how I remembered it. Anyway, Tear's Hand, Holy Water, turn that in, get the follow-up. So you need one Arcane Catalyst, one Powder, one Azeropian Diamond, and one Pristine Black Diamond. Out of those, it's the Pristine Black Diamond that might give you a lot of trouble. In certain locations, I've seen it go for over 150 gold. Here, for instance, I bought it for about 50 gold, but someone, this Paladin that's also doing the quest, he had like at 80 gold or something like that. Yeah, prices can be a bit ridiculous, right? So anyway, when it comes to the powder, like the Azeropian Diamond, the Pristine Black Diamond, right, you just go... you just go turn that in. When it comes to the other reagents, you need to go into Murder Row and talk with a certain vendor who will have them for sale. Now, by default, they would be about 150 gold, but obviously discounts, faction discounts, do count for something. So I'm revered, for instance, right here with Silverman City, so I have a nice discount because of the reputation that I have. Would be even better if I was exalted. Anyway, so these are the two. This is one of the first, and then the second is...
Choose wisely.
All right, different vendor. All right.
Remember the Sunwell.
So the region vendor. Just go buy that. Actually, I did think that it was the same vendor that would sell both of them. But anyway, just gonna go get the Arcane Catalyst. It's not far away. And actually, this particular part is the more expensive one anyway, so all works out. Right, Azeropian Diamond. Just 1 gold 45. There we go. And then see the Regent vendor. There, oh, solid. So Arcane Catalyst, I still have 94 gold. That is certainly a lot of gold to spend on a mount. But then again, epic mounts do cost quite a bit. So just gonna go Mark of Kil'jaeden has sold, very good, pick that up. A couple more minutes for my auctions. And then go through the inn to the other side, and then go back to the Lord. Pick up the final part, which will send you to Strattle. Right, so hop right in. Turn all of this stuff in. Okay, good. Well, that's a bit of a bug. Anyway, so you need to extinguish the holy flame in Alona's chapel. Not too big of a deal. Based on the text there, I assumed that Leodrin was the one that originally was going to give you this particular quest. And it got changed with him because of the Sunwell patch, where she's no longer here, but she is. Anyway. And where she's in Shatref, where she's talking to a doll, but yeah. Something that I expect will be different on Blizzard servers, right? So anyway, I have to make my way to Stratholme. See you there. Here we are. We didn't have the key, so had to go the long way around. And no, don't ask me how we can stun a boss like that. Some things are best left unanswered. And that's it. The true masters of the light. GG. Alright, so with that done, come back here, turn in the quest, and get the blood chargers. Right? And the tabard. Very, very nice. Yeah, the Blood Knight tabard and the spell, which is in Holy. And there we go. One epic mount. Questine here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications.